Once more fairy wings, it's the Ann Lynn Show. They love their coffee, they make you smile. Come on and join and sit a while. It's the Ann Lynn Show. Show them love, show you care. Like and subscribe, share if you dare. It's the Ann Lynn Show. Granny's having coffee talk. These two sisters really rock.
It's the Ann Lynn Show. Here's Ann Lynn.
Hello. Yeah, we gotta have some cheering. That was kind of blunt, wasn't it?
Well,
On, off. Cheering on, cheering off. No. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the official return of the Ann Lynn Show. Wednesdays at 10 a.m. We're back at our old time slot on our own old day, right, Lynn? And this is the our return. It's our return.
And we have your coffee
too. I have my coffee mug.
Okay, there we go. Ready?
Okay. Other way, Lynn. There you go. 1, 2, 3.
Play.
Playing. We're supposed to be together.
Hey, next week I get over that girl.
She didn't wake up in time.
No, I did not. Hey, everyone.
Hello. Conquest Josh, you set your alarm, didn't you? He said he was gonna. Yeah, he set his alarm. Well, Lynn didn't. Just saying.
Now, be careful. That's trademarked by one of our dear friends down in Texas.
Oh, well, we say it up in the north, too, in the Midwest. Just saying.
Hey.
What? Hey.
Everyone grab yourself a cup of coffee, maybe some tea, grab yourself some water, whatever your favorite morning drink is. I won't say.
And you won't sing?
I said I won't say what their favorite choice of beverage is. And
okay, gotcha.
Just like there's like Bloody Marys, and there's those kind of drinks.
Oh, okay. I don't like flavored water. I know a lot of people do, but I just don't. Do you? You like flavored water or flavored tea?
I know one thing I like that you don't like.
Raspberry tea.
Peach tea.
Huh? Peach tree, raspberry tree. Ugh.
Tea.
What's that other tea? Green tea.
Oh,
yuck.
Sorry,
Macy is here.
I know.
Free-handedly made. Woo! Plain water. Yes, ma'am. Plain. Whoops. Came out of the shoulder. Plain water.
Do I have to get my ink pen back?
Yep, probably.
Canadian family life is in the house.
Woohoo!
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to take my hearing aids and I am going to turn them off from my phone. There, I can hear now. Yay.
Oh. Now, let me see if that's the end of the song.
Yes.
There, I had the right. It's changed. I'm rusty with StreamYards and all the bells and whistles that we have. Oh, bells and whistles. And doorbells.
Oh, you remember this? Remember this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Lynn.
If you do anything wrong.
I think I believe I have mine in my box of costumes, but I'll have to look. If not, I'll have to go buy one.
Now, if you see this, everyone, it means
be quiet.
Say something. And
it means be quiet, Ann. Be quiet, Lynn. Yeah.
It goes both ways. I understand that. Hey.
Hey.
morning. Good
Well,
morning.
do you have anything to say before we bring in our special guest?
Well, I'd like to welcome Grace and Fire here this morning.
Yes. And Nisi is eating breakfast. Glad I caught you before I have to head out. Got two interviews today. Woo, woo. Good for you.
Well, we have a wonderful interview today with
Yes, we do.
Well, he calls me his aunt, and he calls you mama, but we just love him, and his name is, go ahead and introduce him, Ann.
It's Scott with Rambling with the Brums is our special guest today. Yay.
All the way
Yes.
Canada.
From Canada. And we are going to bring Scott in right now. And so everybody, let's do it this way, Lynn.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, I caught you, didn't I? Sorry. Caught you wiping your snout. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Here comes Scott. There he is.
Hey, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
How are you?
How are you today?
I'm just waking up. I got my coffee. I'm ready for my interview. So.
And you have a Texas hat on.
Oh, got to represent Texas. If I don't, the mod fathers throw stuff at me. So
That's right. Just saying, right? Just saying.
Well, and it depends. If Mike and Terry come in, then I quickly go like this, and we throw an empty homestead hat.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
You just got to have the hats close by, and you represent whoever comes in.
Hey,
I could go grab a bunch of different hats out of Dave's closet.
We could get Scott a Ann Lynn, the official Ann Lynn.
We don't have one yet. We have mugs. I'm sure you want a girly girl pink mug.
I got a hat for him. Hang on.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
We can give you a memo hat,
Oh, well, I brought that.
Hey, is that new? Is that Mama's hat new?
Yes, I found this one. Well,
Mama? Yeah.
This is a memo hat. Yeah.
That's really pretty.
Does that look nice with Memo's white hair?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It will look
absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. If I don't put some color in my hair pretty soon, I'm going to look like Memo too.
You'll look the spitting image of her, won't you?
It's uncanny.
I know the resemblance. It skipped me and it went straight to her.
I know. Yeah. Well, Scott, it is just so nice to have you here. We have met you through, I think, through Grace and Fire, maybe. And of course, we met. My brain just went.
We met a
head with Jesse and Lisa through.
Yep.
So I tell you, what a wonderful, wonderful group you are. You're just so caring and loving, and we are just so proud, aren't we, Ann, to be a part of this, to know you and to meet up with you. Mm-hmm.
So
I appreciate that, and like I keep saying, I'm not sure what I've done to be blessed with this community, and how God is actually just put us all together.
Yes,
and it's uncanny, like people from all over the world are like family, and going to the meetup is what was probably the highlight, getting to meet almost 100 channels.
Well, tell us about that. Where was that, and when was that, and who sponsored it?
Well, it was MT Homestead. It was at Lake Tin Killer, which is in northeastern Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
It's about an hour from Tulsa. And we just met up at a state park, and it was, there has to be at least 300 people.
Wow.
And we pretty much took over one section of the entire campground, and I just, everybody jumped in. Sandra Madrano made most of the food. It's just, it was unbelievable the amount of different genres and whatever that subscribers, that I've known that have followed me for 2.5, 3 years, just out of the blue, decided that they were going to show up that day. Just people that have had on my channel over the last 3 years heard the night before that I was in Oklahoma and I was going to go, and they actually changed their plans and they came to the meetup. It was, and to meet like Monica and Eric from Blam's Promised Land Ranch. We've been following each other, since I've been on YouTube.
Yes.
And, to actually have them show up, now Sir Grace and Mrs. Doubtfire, they decided not to come.
Right.
But, we won't hold that against her.
But
yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And to actually put, we can talk like this all you want. You don't have the emotion or the, the one-on-one.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
To actually sit down and have the emotional, have a physical conversation, and that, yeah, it was absolutely amazing.
Well,
and go ahead, Lynn.
Well, I know what you're talking about, Scott. They, excuse me, I used to watch, still do occasionally. There's a Christian TV program, and they would have this couple on there, and they sang and played the piano and all. And, they just there wasn't a connection there, right? I mean, they were guests all the time on this show. But, I got to go down to where they were live. And once I didn't meet, of course, I think, you say hello and that's it. So I didn't really talk with them at all. But, just seeing them in person and seeing that they were a real human being, right? It made that connection with me. And I got to tell you, I just changed my whole attitude, and they were such a blessing. But I made that connection because at least we were in the same room. It's different, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's just the more we learn about one another, and that, it just brings us closer.
Yes.
Closer together, like Mrs. Doubtfire and Sir Grace, they're just like family now.
Yes.
Like after the live, we've sat up for hours talking, and it's just it's absolutely amazing. And Glenda said in the chat there, yes, but we have a family vacation coming up, and
and we're going to talk about that too. I want to bring now. Are any of the specials still running are they still
right now? There's 70%, I believe, off of vacation, which is pretty much what Jesse and I signed up for way back in the day. It has came up about $800, but we told folks that was going to happen.
Yes,
and the closer we get to it, the more expensive it is.
Each or per couple? Is that each?
No. Like for two people, it's went up about $800.
Okay.
And it just, it's going to come up even more.
Yes.
We're into their summer season now. So once we get into 2024, and technically 2024, 2025, although it's a year and a half, it's only a year away in their books, then it'll shoot right up.
Right.
And so what Scott's talking about is Alaska 25. How many channels do you have right now?
The last time I talked to our guy from NCL, we had 26 Brums booked, and we were over 60 individuals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to go over.
They think that we're actually on pace to hit 100 rooms.
Oh,
well, and there's a chance. I can't say for sure, but my husband didn't say no.
Oh, he did not. I was there when you said, hey.
He did not. So, and here is, first of all, we want everybody to go over and subscribe to this channel.
Yes.
Rambling with the Brums.
Yes.
Right here. And Scott has a wonderful channel. Here's a little bit about your channel. You want to describe it to us?
It's pretty much everything that I do. There's some vlogs, there's scenery, there's drone, there's farming, there's garden. Mind you, our gardens are pretty much dying this year because of so much rain.
Oh.
They're swamped, unfortunately. I know people are going to start throwing something at the screen. Like you have Oklahoma and Texas and that they've got 1/4-inch crack in the soil because they're not getting enough rain, and my garden's actually flooded out and everything's dying because of the amount of moisture we've had.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, it's not good for us.
Yeah.
Like there's the only zucchini that I've got this year.
Oh no. Wow.
Like, and I just picked it off last week.
Oh.
So today I'm probably going to go out and try to self-pollinate. There's bees all over it. So, I know it's getting pollinated, but
Yes.
I just don't get it. I don't understand why it just, it's to the point now where in the next week, I'm going to have to cover up my garden if it rains.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, our gardens here in the where we live, where Ann and I live, it is doing, of course, Glinda, they're doing pretty well because I've been given an abundance of squash and zucchini this year, and several tomatoes. So I don't. Oh, and corn. This fellow at church gave us some corn he grew. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
We'll come back to your channel because I want to show that. I want to show the Alaska cruise video.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, we want to come back to that.
Okay.
And also you had a sad day recently, didn't you? Very, very sad day on the farm.
Well, it happens. It's doubly sad that we're gonna have to. Mama's days on the farm are done. Also,
oh no! You want to briefly tell about what happened?
Well, it's this is the second year in a row that she's lost her calf. She has colostrum, and then her milk won't drop.
Oh.
Then the babies starve.
Oh, is that why then? Okay.
So we tried everything. By the time we actually, because Highlands are so they look after themselves. They don't want any, not that they won't, but they would rather look after their own. You go over to tag the calf, whatever, and like that's all Mama wants you to do. Like just stay away from my baby.
Okay.
But we can go in and play with the baby and like even whenever we were trying to save this little one, both Rob and I were in there. I was trying to give it somewhat compressions, and Rob was trying to tube feed it, and Mama would just sit there with her horn and she would rub it on our back. Just she knew that we were trying to save her baby. But what an emotional day that was. And then after we declared the baby deceased, and we have a lot of coyotes and whatever, so we don't want them to play with that, so we take the backhoe into the back 40 and give it a proper burial.
Yes.
And we go down about 8 feet, so number one, it won't smell, and number two, I dare a coyote to try to dig 8 feet in clay.
Sure.
It's not going to happen.
No.
Right.
But yeah, no, it was just Rob went up, got the baby, and brought Mama back into the herd. And like I was saying to you earlier, Rob was coming with the tractor and Mama was following the baby, and every one of the cows came over to the fence almost to give their respects to Mama, because she was, obviously she was bawling the whole way because she had just lost her baby. And
I
those
saw
days,
that them cows were all just making noises, weren't they? They were just
well, and even Barney the bull, like he's a 3,000-pound bull. Like he's a big baby. Like he loves his apples and pumpkin. In the fall, he'll be he thinks he's going to play with you, but he's 3,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So he just wants to play and get apples, and, he slimes and licks all over you. But that's just, that's what he does. And now for somebody that hasn't grown up around him or been around him, I wouldn't go anywhere near him.
No. Because
we still have an out. They are wild animals. Yes, they are in captivity, but their animal instincts kick in. And at any time, if Mama would have got angry with us and blamed us for hurting the baby, she would have gored us. But like those horns they have, they hurt. And there was a couple times that she wanted in to lick the baby, and she got me right underneath my arm and give me a little tug over, just to move over so I can see my baby. Right. And I did. Yeah, she'd go in and try to stimulate it by trying to clean it off again. And yeah, it just, those days on the farm are really bad. And the old rule of every animal on the farm has a job. Unfortunately, if you don't do your job, you don't stay on the farm.
So you said her days were numbered. So what'll happen to her? Or do we want?
No, she'll go to freezer camp.
Oh.
She's still like a very good animal, but she can't give babies. And the rule of thumb is every baby is about $3,000.
Okay.
Oh.
So this is number 2 that she's lost. She lost last year's. We really didn't know why.
Right.
And then this year it clued in.
Yeah.
It was too late. But she dropped her colostrum, and then whenever the milk went to come in, she held it up and she wouldn't drop her milk. We don't know why. We don't know. It's just one of those things. And she's not that old. But unfortunately, she's about 9, but
Can I ask kind of maybe a yucky, will her meat still be tender?
Oh yeah. Well, it most likely would turn it into hamburger. So no, the flavor would still be there. It would still don't forget, Highland cattle, they only eat grass.
Yeah.
If it bothers me, and this is where I get myself in trouble on YouTube, is you have these folks that purchase animals and pretend that they're farmers. And you see them, like I've seen somebody giving a Highland cattle a taco.
Oh, goodness.
Like human food.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing you can do for that animal, because it doesn't know how to process it.
Right.
It comes from the hills of Scotland, where there's bramble, and it is most happy with the lowest grade of grass. It's just, it loves weeds and but if you were to give it like a top end grass, it would go to the weeds. It's just what that breed does. But now some places there is one good channel in Oklahoma. He has to supplement because there's only a couple months out of the year that they have green grass. Other than that, it's brown and it's garbage. So for the animals to get the nutrients, yes, he has to give some cubes. But there is some that's all they give their animals is cubes, and it's like that's number one, not good for them.
What's a cube?
They call it cake. All that it is a protein. It looks like I don't know, about the size of your thumb maybe. And it's a protein supplement.
Okay.
And they have to do that whenever they're deficient. We're very fortunate where we are, about 40 minutes up the road. They actually grow all the high-end grass for the race horses in Florida.
Oh, how about that?
Our land is so rich.
How about that?
Yeah. So they grow it here and then they truck it down to Florida. And because our land is so rich here of nutrients and whatever.
What color is your soil? Is it black then? Is it real dark black?
It depends on where you are. Like I can go an hour and you're into beach sand. Right where we are, there's Lita clay, blue clay, so it varies. All the fields around me, you're looking about a foot of topsoil.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, we have really red clay, don't we, Lynn? Here,
okay,
yes,
very red.
Speaking about horses in Florida, Ann and I, our aunt and uncle, they had harness horses. They had standard bred, and they were pacers, so they wore the hobbles, and so we were raised in Michigan. So when our uncle and aunt's horses started doing really well, and they had outstanding horses. But you know what our uncle did? He, he worked a job. I think he was a supervisor down in Detroit for a company. And anyway, before he retired pretty young, didn't he, Ann? He wasn't the normal.
He was probably 50s.
Yes, right. Which early. I mean,
pretty early.
But you know what he did, Scott? Something people should do. He bought books and he studied horse lines.
Yep.
He did all his research before. I'll be right there, Ann, I guess. All that research. Okay, go ahead, Ann. Go ahead.
Excuse me, Scott, but we have a very special person in the house that we have missed for such a long time. Miss Barefoot Lass.
Hi, Barefoot. Hello, Barefoot. It was so great to see her in Conquest.
Oh, I know. It's been we have missed some of our people for a while, and to have them start to return.
Right. Everyone's been out for
different reasons, but to have her return and. Oh, I'm sorry, but Barefoot, now, do you see a blue wrench? Because I can't tell.
Yes, she does have a mod.
I never changed that. I wasn't going to give up on you. I'm so sorry, Scott. Mwah!
No.
But what I was just saying is our uncle studied. And so, people like you said, Scott, when they purchase those type of cattle, they need to study out, don't they? They need to study. Yeah. Does my area, can we support them? Does it have the grass? Does it have the land? I mean, it's good to do your due diligence. Is that the word? Yeah. Because,
absolutely.
Because he had winners, right? I mean, his first colt, the very first horse, this is back in the late 50s, early 60s. That horse won over around 300,000. Now that's a lot of money back then. That's a lot of money now. And
yeah, I was going to say that's a lot of money today.
well, that horse wasn't booked. Our uncle did not put him in the races he could have put him in because first one, so he was conservative with that. So anyway, that just reminded me. So in the winter, they would winter some of the horses and do the circuit down there.
In Florida.
In Florida. Yeah.
In Florida.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the Budweiser Clydesdales come from 25 minutes up the road here.
Oh, wow.
He breeds, and he's been very fortunate that the Budweiser company, the company that runs their horses, they've purchased 3 from him.
They better buy a bunch more. They better do something different.
And get those horses.
Just saying.
Yeah, but it's quite neat that just to think that his brother is the one that trucks all this hay and grass down to Florida, and the father, who's the brains of the operation, started everything, and then he's in his late 80s now, so he's just enjoying life now.
And how far up in Canada or whereabout are you?
So I am,
generally speaking,
I'm about 4 hours. I'm 4 hours north from Syracuse, New York.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're not that far from New York.
Oh no! I'm cross over, and I'm in New York State in a little over an hour. So that's why
I wished I would have known that then.
I know.
We just vamoosed and back to the Midwest, and
So I go. I cross over at Ogdensburg, and that's where I have my PO box on the U.S. side.
Nice.
And we were just over this weekend. It was Saturday was dark, gloomy, and I just said, "Well, let's go."
Wow.
I had to go pick myself up a present.
Oh yes. Those are freeze dried Skittles.
These are the bomb.
Marshmallows.
Yeah.
Those are the Starbursts.
Yeah. Oh, the Starburst.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, okay.
No, they're just absolutely amazing.
Well, let me ask you this: have you had the freeze dried bourbon vanilla ice cream yet?
No. Do tell. Glenda.
I
haven't either. Have I, Glenda?
I'm her favorite aunt.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I know that. You're getting all the invites to all the lunches and dinners, and she just leave me out to dry.
No, the freeze dried marshmallows are really good too.
In the winter or anytime.
I've just sampled because I'm off of sugar, real sugar, but. No, you've had my bourbon vanilla ice cream. Okay, yeah, I probably sampled it, just a little sample.
But she has freeze dried it, and
ooh,
awesome.
See, my tailor would not let me get a freeze dryer because I'd be about 700 pounds. I think I've got 2 bags plus what's in the jar, so. I've already eaten a bag of the Skittles. Oh, yeah. My sugars are probably up here, but oh well.
Well, let's get off over here back to your channel.
Yes.
And I want to talk more about the trip.
Okay.
Because it's still
Alaska Cruise 2025.
Yeah. Because
that's right. We're heading up to Alaska from Seattle August 24th. To the 31st.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna play this, but now
Yep.
you talk over it and let us know
Right, 'cause it-
what still applies and what doesn't.
Pretty much everything applies.
Oh,
Whoop, I have to turn it on.
My day.
Mm.
I just love.
there we
We're
go.
getting our first Chick-fil-A.
Hey, Scott here.
Oh, good
I'd have
for
my
you.
brother Jesse with me, but he's too busy for me. But just got a call from Terry. Those who have not signed up yet, guys,
Can anybody
you
go?
want to do it.
Absolutely.
They're running a
We
promotion right
want as
now
many
where
followers, family
it's called
members.
Cruise First,
We actually have
250
family
for
members
500, which means
of people going
you
are
pay
coming now.
250 down.
So anybody can go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They don't have to have a channel, but they can have a channel.
Well, a channel, if you just follow people, that's fine. And if you have family members that want to come that don't know any of us,
Okay.
it's a big ship. You know, it holds just under 4,000 people, paid guests. So it's the size of a small town, really.
So are you guys organizing events like during the cruise? Get-togethers?
Yes.
Okay.
So the first day is a sea day. Like whenever we board, that's just going to be everybody tries to get their bearings, whatever.
Sure.
So the first morning we're on ship, we're actually going to have a meet and greet that we're going to try to stream, so everybody can see where we are.
Oh, that'd be
And
great.
we're going to try to do it with 3 to 4 different phones. Have one out, like showing the outside, the mountains and whatever. One on Jesse and I, and whatever special guests. We're trying to get some special guests, but unfortunately, in today's day and age,
Yeah.
if you don't pay somebody, they won't. Like we've offered a couple people, you know,
Yeah.
the same discount as us and whatever else, and they're like, well, no, you're going to pay for my cruise if I'm going to talk. And I'm like, well, if you think I'm going to pay for you $6,000 for you and your spouse to go on a cruise and speak for 20 minutes, you done gone crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's what a lot of people, I guess, are used to, you know?
Oh, well, and that's it. So we've just, you know, it'll probably just be Jesse and I just introducing everybody that's come. We haven't figured that out yet, and we probably won't till that morning.
Okay.
We tend to run by the seat of our pants better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lynn and I do too. So it is better. You know, you just kind of have an outline, what you think you want to talk about, and
Absolutely.
go
So
from there.
you know,
yeah.
we're gonna have one camera on the audience. Unfortunately, not everybody wants to be on camera, so it'll be strategically placed that if you don't want to be on camera, you just sit in this section.
Yeah.
And you won't be on camera.
Okay.
It's just to respect everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, we've been questioned why we have. You've got to answer 2 or 3 questions to get into the Facebook page. Well, it's just personal. You know, it should be common courtesy.
Yeah.
But you have to spell it out to people sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where, you know, not everybody wants their life out on social media.
Right.
And that's totally okay. You know, we choose to put ourselves out here. My wife, like, she doesn't hide from the camera, but she's not one to go and do videos with me.
Right.
Well, you know, she works full time. She's, you know, she runs around, does everything. And, you know, she helps me out with my disability. And, you know, she's a busy lady. So if she doesn't want to be in front of the camera, who am I to say anything?
Right.
Right.
So, you know, the one person that gave me a bit of an issue, they they know they're not welcome on the cruise anymore.
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah,
you know,
and that stuff like that happens. We've had our share, and we understand.
yeah. So we're going to start out the morning at about
Okay.
8 a.m. with the
Yep.
meet and greet. And then
Okay.
about 11, we're actually going to all go over to the casino, and we're going to do what's called a group pull. And
Wow.
everybody that wants to be in it puts $20 down,
Yeah.
and I feed it into the same machine. And then we just do max bet until the money, we either hit a jackpot or the money's gone.
Okay. That would be fun.
Let's
get over to the video here. It
is a blast.
That sounds fun.
They're running a promotion right now where it's called Cruise First $250 for $500.
Yeah, that's
which
gone.
Means
that's a hit and miss. That one right now it's $150 for $300, I think.
Okay.
Now so what now? $150 for $300.
Yeah. So you put down $150 and they match your $150.
Oh.
And then you've got $300 as a deposit.
Hey.
Yeah.
So if you put down $300, then you have $600 down.
No.
Oh, it's just a $150.
That's right.
Right.
That's why whenever Jesse and I signed up, it was $250 for $500.
Okay.
Yes.
So we put $250 down and we got $500 off our total. Now, they will run that again, but the longer you wait, the more the price increases. And Jesse and I are doing, because we committed to 30 rooms to get this deal.
Yes.
We were on the hook for 30 rooms.
How many?
So we went out. Right now we're sitting at about 26 rooms.
Oh, you'll get it.
Oh, we're not worried about it.
Yep.
But we were a little
20 rooms
taken
ago.
back.
Yeah.
That we had to get up to this 30 number, or we were on the hook for all the rooms.
Woo!
That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
But to get this amazing deal, we're like, we put it out there. Who's interested? And we had probably 25 people go, yeah. And now 3/4 of those folks have actually committed and signed up already. Okay. And then, yes, I do see that, Glenda. And then Glenda just said in the chat that they actually have go-karts, and we will be having a race.
Yes.
And the special guest is going to be Sir Grace is going to be driving, and I'm going to be telling him where to go.
Oh,
right.
That's right. I'm actually going to have the guide stick, and I'll just whack anybody that's in front of us.
That'll be funny.
Yeah, no, we're going to have a blast.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
We just keep, it seems like every Friday after my live, we sit up and I think it was 1:00 or 1:30 in the morning. We chatted last week.
Oh my.
And it's just, everybody just, we don't want to wish our lives away, but it can't come soon enough.
Okay.
Oh, the trip.
The trip.
To actually get to see Sir Grace and Glenda face to face.
Yes.
Especially if you guys come too, that would be absolutely amazing.
Well,
but just to top it off, Jesse and I are doing a huge giveaway. At soon as we hit 32 rooms.
All right.
It was 30, but Lisa went to Jesse and I, well, you two boneheads. We can't win, and Scott and Debbie can't win. So it's got to be 32 rooms. It's like, yeah. But I tell you what, I wish I could be in that, because I know what's being given away for the top 2 prizes. And I wish I could get my name in on it.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of fun that's going to happen that night.
And
which
might as
is a
well
normal down
sign
payment.
up.
But Norwegian kicks in $250.
So that's 150
So,
now.
You
It's
put
150 and then
down,
300.
They kick in 250. So you have $500 down. It's free money.
It seems like
It's
every
exactly what Terry
every time
told
there's
me.
a holiday,
Let your folks
they'll
know
bump it to
this is
250 to
free
500.
money.
Oh.
I don't know about you. Me?
We're starting to get
I
onto
like free
them.
money. So I will give you a quick description with Terry's number. This is a limited time only, guys. It is, I believe, about one day. They're running the promotion in conjunction with Canada Day and July 4th. So if you're coming on the cruise, $250 is $250.
So it's 150.
I know Jesse and I were able to get in on the
Yeah.
250
Yeah.
for 500.
Yeah, you just have to put down 150, and the deposit is only the deposit's 125 each.
Copy.
So
All the
you're
folks down
covered.
below.
You just
And
have to put
if you
down
go-
$150, and your full deposit's covered. And whenever I say, there's a special,
Yeah.
like we've got the nucleus of the whole discount, but if you're a veteran, they take an extra 10% off.
Ooh.
So exactly. So
What about
those
two veterans?
I don't know. I don't know. That would have to be a question for
Yeah.
for
kind of
Mrs. Doubtfire.
What did you
Oh.
say?
Well, it's 10% off for veterans.
Right.
Yeah.
Said if you have two veterans, because we're both veterans. So Mrs.
Yeah.
Doubtfire, check that out for me. That just that might be a good thing.
So what are the
Probably only
okay?
one.
What
Okay.
are the dates again? Let's write these
August.
dates down.
August 24th to the 31st, 2025.
Wow.
Okay, and what's the phone number to call?
It's in the chat.
Right.
954
954.
514
Okay.
4244.
Now, who is that you're calling?
That is Terry Salvato. He is our group liaison.
Right.
He's the guy that's booked it all for us, and he's never been on an Alaskan cruise himself, and he thinks he's going to come with our group.
Oh,
He said, "You guys sound like you're a bunch of nuts." And I'm like,
oh, that's
guilty
funny.
as charged. And
That's funny.
yeah.
Wow. Now, do not call. Glenda answered the question. It's just one discount. Now, do not call in caps NCL directly. Don't call directly. This is through Terry at that special number that it's in the chat. And
That's just his direct line. He
Right.
does work for Norwegian Cruise Line.
Correct.
I'm not sending you to some loan shark, in a basement of a hotel in New York City. These are, it's one of the top 3 cruise lines in the world.
Oh, yes.
This ship is only 4 years old. It's a newer ship. And yeah, it was actually made for the Alaskan cruises. So there's more windows. So you can go anywhere and you can see the beauty and, it's just, we can't wait. But yes, definitely do not call the 800 number because it makes my life a living, what?
Right.
And not only that, but it causes so much extra work for Terry that I feel horrible.
Right.
And 3 people have already called the 800 number, and we've had to go in. It has to go through 4 different managers to get reversed.
Right. There we go.
So it just causes so much extra work that, you know, it's just so much easier for folks just to call Terry. And like I said, if you get in before it's 100%. If you don't, so the cruise first, if you just put down like 250 as your deposit, 125, everything is 100% refundable. So April 26th, 2025 is our final payday.
Okay.
Your cruise has to be paid by that day. And the big thing is, if life, let's face it, it's still a year and 3/4 out.
Right.
Almost 2 years. So life changes.
Yes.
So if something happens and you can't go, you get all your money back. But with booking, say you book today, you're guaranteed today's price. So if it goes up, you stay at this price. If it goes down, your cruise goes down. You pay the less amount.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then that's like, I just pulled it up. Actually, they just changed it. So it's 35% off all cruises. So it equals out to the 70%. You've got your free open bar, specialty dining. I forget what else we have. We have a bunch of other things.
And then you can add stuff in too, from what
and then there's free airfare. That is the big one right now.
It's
though,
huge.
Right now, it's you pay one, you get one free.
Oh no!
Yeah, so you pay for yourself, and your husband flies for free. And that's why, one of the reasons why we picked NCL is, number one, the drink package, and number two, the airfare. Because right now, I don't know if anybody's flown lately, but the price to fly is gone absolutely crazy. What used to cost us $400 to fly to Miami and back per person, I just booked, because we cruise with Carnival in January. I just booked my Miami tickets 2 weeks ago, and it was $1,500.
Oh,
wow!
So yeah, it's gone crazy.
So that means airfare from your local airport to Seattle.
Your closest international airport to Seattle and return. Yeah. Oh, and like I said, the giveaway is only for the first 32 channels. Then we close it. And those people are the only ones that will be in on the big draw. We might do one at 50, but I don't think it's going to be as big as this one.
Right.
So.
Well, that sounds like a great time. So if you're interested in taking an Alaskan cruise with a bunch of fun YouTube channels, this is the channel. This is the cruise for you, right?
Absolutely.
This is the cruise for you.
Yes.
But and we're trying to let folks know that, some people are calling it a meetup. Jesse and I really don't want to call it a meetup, because it's a lot of money, and we understand it's a lot of money. But Jesse and I got together in December and said, why don't we go on a cruise, the 4 of us? And we're like, sure. And then he called me back a day later, and he's like, why don't we open it up and see who wants to come with us? He said, well, we'll make it like a gathering. I'm like, sure, let's put feelers out. And then we did, and it's gone from there.
Wow.
And like I said, Terry, and actually we're up to 2 people now, because we're considered a big group with NCL. where we now have Terry and Lori that are handling all our stuff, and we will have somebody on the ship that all that I have to do is pick up the phone, or Jesse pick up the phone, and bye, Nisi. Yeah, we just have to pick up the phone and say we don't like what's happened here, here, and here, or something's going on here, there, and there. Boom, we will have dedicated, we will have somebody dedicated on that ship to look after our group. Yeah, it's such a blessing.
Yes.
And it ranges anywhere. There's 2 people that we know doing an interior cabin, flying out of Alabama to Seattle, the inside with the drink package, insurance, gratuities, everything else. I believe it's $1,800. That's cheap for an Alaskan cruise.
Say that. Yeah, say that.
Wow.
Again, Scott, please.
$1,800 for an interior cabin, and it's a king size bed. It's just, but the TV actually turns into a window. There's a camera on the port side of the ship that if you will roll over in the morning and want to see where we are, you click that channel and poof, you see what we're seeing in the balcony.
Right.
Now, if you can't afford it, I recommend a balcony because, well, we just have to walk out and boom, we get to see everything. Like, we're sitting there drinking our coffee in the morning and we'll be watching whales, swimming, porpoise, dolphins following the ship. We'll get to see all that because
I know where I'm going in the morning.
I'm sorry about that, or Glenda's. We'll come to Glenda's. Scott,
that's only 3 doors down from me, so
there's plenty of space for everybody in Glenda and Scott's room.
Well, and like we were joking, it's really, this is a once in a lifetime cruise. Yes. Because actually Debbie and I are looking in 2026 to sail in Greece.
Wow.
And do the Mediterranean, the whole loop there. Yeah. And that's cheaper than Alaska.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that the river cruise? Is that what they call
it? No. This is with either Princess. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Either Princess or Norwegian.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not sure which one we're going to go with, but it's it's amazing.
I want to ask you, Scott. So let me just back up. So it's $1,800 per person.
Well, it depends now. No, it depends on.
That's double.
Pardon?
That would be for you and your hubby.
How much for 2?
$1,800.
That's if you did the interior and you're flying from Alabama and you're getting
I'm just saying they're flying from Alabama, so anywhere closer than that, it's only costing Debbie and I $1,000. Oh no! Now there's a whole lot of trouble.
Casey,
Casey
in the house.
Wow. Well, Scott, I think we'll have to do some rearranging and talk to Ann. And wow.
Oh, that's it. And Glenda is one of our. She's helping organize it. So if she can answer you, she knows how to get a hold of me real fast, and vice versa.
I will talk with her. Oh my goodness.
But like even a veteran, and she can help me out here. A veteran with a balcony room, I think, are only about $5,200.
Okay.
And that's with all the bells and whistles.
For 2 people.
That's 2 people. I always speak in 2 people.
Okay.
They do have what's called studio rooms for single people.
Oh.
But again, you're paying a premium.
Yes.
So, you know, if you have somebody to go with, then, you know, double occupancy is the way to go.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, like say Ann was going, and you have a sister in, we'll just say Miami, Florida.
Right.
You can both fly from two different areas and meet up in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
One flies for free.
Aha.
So you just split the airfare.
Right.
And what it is obviously they're going to charge the most of the,
correct.
You know,
Correct.
Right.
But still, it's absolutely, you know, it's just, yeah, I just don't know. I've talked about it so much. I'm more excited about the 32 person giveaway than I am like,
Wow.
well, everybody knows Jesse, Lisa and Debbie and I love to give stuff away. And these are huge prizes.
Can you talk about them or not?
No.
It's
You
surprise.
can't talk. Oh,
But it's
secret.
Huge, but it's huge.
It's huge.
Yes.
Well, now I know there's other things over on your channel.
Let's get back.
Let's
get back to yes.
You do all kinds of stuff, don't you? I'm gonna go back over here, and we're gonna.
I'm actually gonna play with the drone there today, hopefully.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Let me go back over here. So, what all you do? There's your cows.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
And I saw you had that chainsaw review.
I've had two different chainsaws now. I've had the 3 and 6 inch, and with my spinal issues and whatever, it actually gives me some independence that I can go out and do some stuff around the yard because I just can't use my big chainsaw anymore, my gas powered, number one, because of the vibration. And number two, it was just too heavy to lift over my head. Where this little chainsaw is, it's
pretty cool.
A game changer.
Hey, where did you get your
Buc-ee's? Buc-ee's.
So that there, you actually have to go on to Bland's Promisine Ranch.
Yes.
And watch that video. Yes. I said, oh my God, I want peanut butter fudge. I had a craving. She's like, I can do that. And she said, I'll stop on the way and pick it up for you. I said, great. Well, she couldn't find it. So it actually looks like Monica is running 2 times, like she's speeding up the video. No, that is Monica actually running through Buc-ee's looking for peanut butter fudge for me.
Oh
yeah. They are, you know, she's such a blessing, her and Eric. And, you know, it was just amazing to meet them in person at the meetup.
You like those slimy things?
Oh, man, they were good.
Yeah, my husband likes them too. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that was our New Orleans trip.
Yes.
You got a little doodle.
Looks yes, like my expensive little.
Oh yeah, I know. We had one.
Well, mine just cost me $12,000 in the surgery. So.
Oh.
Ew. Mine didn't. Yeah, that's a lot. But they're
well, they got dogs, you. So. They got and the vets play off emotion too. They didn't tell us how much it was going to be till after he was under.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Thank God. We had insurance.
Yeah. And you just about have to have that now, medical insurance for your dogs and cats and critters, because my goodness. And look at your beautiful Highlands. They are beautiful.
They really are.
They're big babies.
And who's this?
These are the so my buddy Rob, his daughter and son-in-law have the homestead now, and that's his dad's horses,
Man,
and they're
What a
just
beautiful.
yeah, they're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful creatures.
Yes.
Man.
And he'll just harness them up, and we'll go for a ride around town.
Oh,
Oh yeah, they love to get
And
out and
who's
see
that
people.
little cutie?
Oh, that's
patootie?
just a meme. That's just a
Oh.
picture I found on the internet.
Oh, you're just a meme. You're being
Yeah.
a meme.
Yep.
But you have a lot. Look at all that food. Yum, good food.
mhm.
Well, we do like to cook. Well,
Yeah.
if I didn't
There.
cook, we'd only eat out of a bag or a box. So
Uh-oh.
Oh,
no, she admits it. She admits it. She's an amazing baker, but
Oh.
she gets bored in the kitchen, and
there.
there's
Look who's
the man of the
there.
hour right there.
Look who there. There's Casey. And Casey, we need to have you back on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Piggy.
Okay.
And
Scott.
hey, Johnny, the flip flop farmer's in the house.
I try to say, how do you say the farm? Because I know there's a controversy there with Jesse.
Oh, Jesse doesn't know how to say it, and I'm not going to say it properly. I'm going to call him William and
Okay.
Gilliam because, Jesse calls his name wrong and he gets a hat and a shirt. I say it right, and I ain't got nothing yet.
Just say
So-
it.
Just saying.
No, it's Gillum.
Gillum. Yes, Gillum.
Kill him. Oh, I gotta put you
We
back.
don't
on
hold
there.
that against Jesse. He's a little slower.
Yeah.
And Johnny and Christine are actually coming on the cruise with us as well.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if you guys came as well, and we get Mima running around the cruise ship, and
oh.
you need somebody to share your room with you.
Woo! There you go. There you go.
If you
You
think
and Mima.
sharing with her, she can sleep in the custodian's room.
She likes the fellas, though. She likes the fellas.
Oh, I couldn't keep. You can't keep up with that lady.
No, she's kind of handsy too, have to keep after her.
I'll just have to borrow Sir Grace's stick and
Boom. Yeah. Oh, she's been hit with it before. And she right over the head.
You have to get electric, the cow prod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Grace said, just imagine Mima was in the race. So there's actually go-karts on the ship, and we will be having a race, and they go between 30 and 40 mile an hour.
Oh, that's pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's over. Especially whenever it's like a curvy track, and it goes like two different floors. It's 15 and 16. So
Oh,
you're going down and up and around, and it's going to be.
and maybe you have to be careful you don't go ving right off the ship.
Well, that's what Jesse said is, he's
that
a
would
little
get
bit. Well, he's a little bit frightened because if Sir Grace gives it a little extra juice and bumps somebody off the ship, I said, well, that's okay. As long as they have their floaties on, they'll be fine.
Oh, good morning, Cora.
Hey,
Good
Cora.
morning.
Morning.
And Gillum Farm.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Cora. Oh, it's so good you're here. Thank you.
Yes, actually, Cora's coming on the ship too.
Oh boy.
That
I know.
was
Everybody's coming, so there you go. You guys got to come.
well. Ann, if I sell our home, I could come. Just she wants us to move closer to her. So if I sell
Just
my
saying.
home, I'd be able to come. I
Yeah.
can move in with you and Dave, cameraman and I.
We don't have a spare bed. That's the funny thing.
We'll
We
sleep on the
moved-
couch. Hey, we don't care. We're not, hey, we're family.
No, when we Yeah, and there's a nice hotel in our complex right over when we decided to move in our house, we are now officially under contract. As of yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah, so now we are in the home stretch. Our buyer's trying. In New York, it depends on when your lawyer, the two lawyers get together. I'm like, what? When we bought our house, it was like, what are you talking about? Lawyers? Why do you have to have a lawyer? Yeah, everything has to be done through lawyers in New York. Everything. So anyhow, but they're trying to get it done. Our buyer wants to be in a couple of weeks. So
wow.
Hey, yeah, we're just like, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on.
Oh, such a blessing.
So yeah,
such a blessing.
Because it was first, and I know, we talk about the Lord on our channel a lot. And God is good. He's good all the time, and He takes care of us. And and when we moved to New York 3 years ago, it was mid shutdown.
Yeah.
And it was because he had to work, and because when you get so high up, then they like to come in and new buyers, new owners, and they like to clean house. We've been on both sides of that, so it's no big deal. And so they came in, cleaned house, and was like, oh, this isn't very much fun. And so then the next week, next week, we're on shutdown for a while. And so that whole time he was looking, well, the only thing that came through about 9 months later was this position in New York. And I'm like, but you know what happened is I knew it was to be, is because our house sold in 24 hours.
Yes.
And it was boom, boom, boom. And I was up there, and we found a house in 24 hours. And the move went smooth, and everything went smooth. And we landed in Mayberry, just barely in the state in Mayberry, and had a wonderful experience looking back. But it took me a couple years before I kind of more than that, really, before I let it go. I'm not mad, but why are we here? And when the moment I let go of it, it was 2 weeks later. David already been talking. Yeah. David already been talking to recruiters saying, hey, I got this position in this city. And anyhow, he'd already been talking to him. He was making arrangements for the interview, and he knows not to get me excited about going home. So then when he finally did tell me those 2 weeks later, I said, in what state? And he said, back home. And I was like, seriously? And he's like, yeah. So here we are. But we had to step out in faith. We had to make a decision. Do we? Because, you can only have one. We only wanted one loan at a time. So it's like, what do we do? And he's like, well, rent. Let's rent. And I was like, okay. So house is on the market, and we hired a realtor, and now we're under contract, and went pretty quick. But we rented a 3-bedroom, brand new, spanking, nobody's lived in it before, new building. And we only have 1 bedroom.
I know.
And getting full circle, because he has Dave's gaming caves. Now, you don't see Dave very rarely. All you see are his hands and his voice, because he's playing these games and he's rolling the dice, and he's and I got and it's solitaire board games, and he's really he's doing quite well. And but anyhow, so we have to have I said, you take the master, because it has an attached bathroom and it's small. We'll make our bedroom the far back one, and I'll have the big bathroom, because we got used to having our own bathrooms. And the one in the middle is my office. So sorry, Lynn, to make a long story short,
well,
no spare room.
I see there's enough room right behind her for a bed, Lynn.
There is. There is.
I got a TV there. No.
That's okay. She can move that and put it up on the wall.
But I have a gal pal that we've been high school friends
for over 50 years.
Yeah, I've known her for over 50 years, and we were at one time sister-in-laws, and my kids and her kids are cousins. So really, she's still my sister-in-law too. But anyhow,
Yeah.
she was here this past weekend, and she slept right here in my recliner.
Now, I want to clarify something, please.
Said she's the only one that can stay. What?
You kept saying you know, kind of to her, and I think just now you said, you know, Dave has the front bedroom.
Oh, it's all his games and
That's
his
what
office.
It's not his bedroom with a bed. It's a
no. Oh, and that I do have to tell. It was so
office.
funny. It was so funny because when she came in, you know, and I was showing her, and I said, "Yeah, and this is Dave's room." Right. And then I showed her our bedroom, and I said, I finally got kind of a girly bedroom for change. You know, it's kind of feminine more than. And so the other night he come through, he was in his PJs, and she said, "Where's he going?" And I said, "He's going to bed." And she goes, "Don't he sleep in there?" And I said, I got so tickled. I busted out laughing, and I said, "No." But then I said, "Oh, but it makes sense that everything I said and the way I described it," she was kind of like, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed." I'm like, "Oh, no. And anyhow, I did.
Gotta clarify. There's nothing wrong if it's separate rooms, okay?
No, a lot of people do, but and we may end up. So,
well,
depends on the snoring.
The best thing for marriage is your own blankets too. Yes. I've had my own blanket since probably a month after, because I'm one of those ones who tuck into my blanket and I roll up in it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a
and
taco.
She just finally said, if this relationship is going to work,
right,
I get my own blanket. And well, we're going on 30 years, so something's got to be right.
Hey, it works.
Yay.
It works.
It works.
Yeah.
Well,
that's right.
Yeah, it's just really it was really cute and it was really funny, and but so anyhow,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it was too. I said the way I described it, yeah, that's his room. Well, I said you can, because he was like, you know, don't you want to have our master in the master? And I'm like, no, because it's right across from the kitchen. Right. I said, you get up and get ready for work. You can have all your clothes in there. That'd be your bathroom. You can put all your games and stuff in there. You can go right in the morning, make your breakfast. In the morning, you'll get up, walk down the long hallway, and I won't hear a thing. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a win for me. I said,
oh, absolutely.
I said, yeah, don't bother me. But man, this morning I woke up early. Did you see the moon this morning?
It was
up early. What was it? It was a super moon or something last night.
It was huge.
What they're calling?
And it was huge. I have a telescope. I have a telescope. So I went out on the front or on the thing there and looked at it. It was really something. Really very bright, very, very full and beautiful. And
well, apparently it's what this is. It's going to happen twice this month, and it only does that every 20 years or something. So we have another super moon coming yet. Is it next week? Maybe
it may be.
Anyways,
I know we have all kinds. They call it. We have blood moons and we have pink blue moons and all kinds of different colors. But well, we've been on for a while, so I think we're gonna. Hey, this has been so much fun.
Before we close,
yes,
so talking about Jesse and Lisa, Lazy Days Ahead.
Yes,
I did win on their channel. I won a cookbook. It's 101 cookie recipes. So I am going to go over to Ann's. We had a plan this week, but it's just
the week got away, hasn't it?
Right. But I am going to make a couple of cookie recipes from there, and then I'm going to package them up, some cookies, and get those mailed out because I appreciate winning. And I'll tell you, I appreciate Miss Lisa's jams. Oh my gosh. In fact, I think I'll have toast and jam when we leave in a few minutes. So
I cracked the is it the one that she calls the one that smells like Thanksgiving?
Yes, yes. I know. It's Thanksgiving in a jar.
Yeah, that's what I'll be having in about 10 minutes. Yeah.
You know, I was on vacation with Sir Grace and Glenda, and they brought the strawberry drizzle with them.
Yeah.
I did not get an opportunity to have any.
You've got to put that on ice cream. Vanilla.
Well, now she's not supposed to have strawberries. No seeds for Lynn. Sorry, Lynn. No, she's no.
No, I know. But anyway, I could straighten
no seeds.
I could hey.
No, I'm sorry.
Same as Debbie, she's got diverticulitis, so
yeah.
No seeds.
No seeds.
Our son he's at the local farmer's market selling his spice. He took over my husband's spice. So anyways, there's a gal there that makes jams. And you know what she did for me? I did not know it. He had a blackberry, seedless blackberry, and she strained that 3 times before she let me have it. Wow. Isn't that sweet?
Very
3
nice.
times, just so I wouldn't get any seeds in my system.
I know every once in a while Lynn will go, I want peanuts. And I'm like, get the peanut butter. You can have Nutter butters. You can have cashew butter. You can have
popcorn. You go to the movies, I have to bring my own puff corn. You know what puff corn is?
It's good.
As soon as you put it in your mouth, it goes.
It's good. It's like a marshmallow in your mouth.
It's not that smell when you walk in, and you smell, and then people put all that butter on their popcorn.
Well, you could bring your puff corn.
I do. I bring
with the hot butter on it or the butter on it, right? You could smell. Just close your eyes.
I think if you were to put hot butter on that, though, it would just go into nothing.
Maybe not hot, but
I'd have to eat it like a snow cone.
Conquest said he can destroy a bag of it. Me too.
I know.
I love popcorn.
So does Hammerman.
I enjoy it.
I don't have it very often, but yes, especially with the hot butter and extra salt.
Well, Scott.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you
for
so
having
much
me
for being on here with us.
Your official return.
Our official, because we are official.
Absolutely.
Our official turn.
Return.
Return. Almost said a bad word, Lynn. And
what is that word? I can't think of return having a bad word.
Just the T part.
Yeah.
Oh, kind of kinky, huh?
With a D on the end, Glenda.
Yeah.
Almost said a
turtle.
It is kind of dirty. It's kind of dirty. Yep.
Oh.
Well, Scott,
all right.
Thank you so much for being our guest today. We really appreciate it. Everybody give him a big hand clap out and a big.
All right. Take care, guys.
We'll talk to you soon.
Granny kisses. We're still going to. Aren't we doing granny
kisses?
Yeah, we are. We got to give Scott some granny kisses.
That's right.
Ready?
You ready, Scott? Here they come.
Here they come.
Right.
Mwah. Mwah.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Oh,
yay!
Yay!
A wonderful time with Scott rambling with the Brums. Make sure you subscribe. And there are other channels that have been in chat today. Make sure you go over and subscribe to all the wonderful channels that have been here this morning.
Conquest Josh, Grace and Fire, Barefoot Lass, Gillum Farms.
Yeah, Gillum Farms.
Cora Phelps.
Did you say Orms?
Ormsby Farms.
Yeah. Oh, and Barefoot Lass and Grace and Fire. And we had one more here. It is, let me find her. It was
Free-handedly made.
Yes. Nisi was here. But before that, we had one more, I thought. We did.
I'm going back. I don't think so.
Oh, yes, it was a gal.
Okay, let me go back to the beginning here. Oh, I don't want to miss anybody.
I know I don't want to do that.
I know.
But anyway, Cora, thank you, Cora.
Oh, I said Cora.
Okay, good. I just didn't want to miss Cora. I don't want to miss anyone.
No, we don't want to miss anybody.
If you do, forgive us, please.
Yes.
We're just two grannies that are like, right?
Yeah.
We get our genes from Memo.
Well, you do. I have to go to the store and buy mine.
Hey, before we go, I will say our one son just went down to Florida to visit a family down there that he's really close with. And he didn't tell us till last night. We picked him up at the airport last night. Oh my gosh. They have closed one of our local bridges. Okay. So because they've closed this local bridge, the other highway was, oh my gosh, it was packed, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, we made it. And he was waiting outside for us, which was great. And so last
You mean the main bridge was closed?
No, it's another bridge to the west, maybe. Anyway,
why would you go that way?
Double-decker bridge. You know that double-decker bridge is closed. So all that traffic that
you mean the main one?
No, listen now. We have a main one. Okay. And then to the west of the main, to the west of the main bridge, there's a double-decker bridge, and it shuttles traffic from another area over to that area. It is now closed. So all the people who used the double-decker bridge are now on the main bridge.
Oh, I misunderstood where you were going.
All that traffic it's now on the main highway.
I see. So that just backs traffic up.
Oh my gosh. But what I was going to say, we got home last night and he said, well, I guess I can tell you now. And I go like, okay.
What?
Well, he said that when he left, let me think. When he left our area, that plane had 2 mechanical issues. And so they decided that after 2.5 hours almost, that they would change and get another plane in. So they did that. But that plane also had mechanical.
You know, I've heard a story about that, though, that it's not always mechanical, that the pilots, they don't have enough time.
So the pilot came on and said, we are landing in Atlanta. That's where, and just as a precaution, you will see emergency vehicles that are going to be there as we land today. But it's just a precaution. So he said, yeah, when we landed, they come with you, all the vehicles, and they landed safely. Now I had that happen in Atlanta also. Isn't that strange? About 60 years ago, the same, no, good grief, 50 years ago, same thing.
Your cameraman.
Yeah, they're watching a show. But anyway, I'm so glad he arrived safe. They all, arrived safe.
Oh, yeah.
But it's never any thrill when a pilot says we're taking a precaution today.
Well, that's different. That's definitely
what
different.
happened is, like there's flaps that go up and down when they're going to land.
Oh, did
the front ones go like this and the back ones go like this? Well, one of them just went like that.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely different. That would be. Then there's the number then of Terry, who is the liaison for the Alaska trip. If you would like to go, you give Terry a call.
Yes, but if you have questions, you can go to I believe that Facebook is over at Scott's one of his videos, and there's a Facebook group, and you have to answer 2 questions to get accepted into that face group.
I do think that would be a lot of fun.
Well, I tell you what, as long as I know Scott and Glinda and their family, they have a balcony. If I'm on the inside, just grab my coffee and I'll just struggle up there, and I'll go, coffee time.
Time. Drop my own.
Hey, I may have to bring my own chair to sit with them, though.
Well, yeah.
I'll get one out of the dining room, Scott and Glinda.
I think she's serious. Are you serious?
Am I serious?
You're serious. Hey, thanks everybody for being with us today for the return of the official. Because we are official, aren't we, Lynn?
Yep, and
we are official.
show.
And we'll see you next week.
Yes. Maybe
same time.
We baked some cookies. We might put a video out.
Okay. All right.
Bye, everyone. We love you.
Granny kisses.
Next week.
Ready?
Ready.
Mwah. Mwah.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.